At the start of the season, it was expected for Erling Haaland to continue his form from last season and score another 50 goals, or even for Salah to pick his form back up again and then be at the top. But instead, this season it's taken a completely different turn, and there are now, out of the 5 top goal scorers from last year, only one of them is still in this season's top 5 goal scorers. With Haaland still at the top, there are many new faces that we aren't used to who are all behind him looking for that number 1 spot. As I'm recording this video, there is Cole Palmer, Ollie Watkins, Dominic Solanke and Alexander Isak, all within 3 goals of each other. It is extremely close this season. Surprisingly, all 4 of these new names are playing from teams outside the top 3, despite the tightness for the top goal scorer award this season. For me, there is one name that pops out, to have had an absolutely brilliant season, and I think he's criminally underrated, and that is Ollie Watkins. In fact, Ollie Watkins is the only player in the top 5 top goal scorers this season to not be their club's penalty taker, meaning all of his goals have been from open play. And not only that, he is the top of the table for the most assists too. This is also extremely slept on by most football fans. This leads me to the title of this video. Just why is Ollie Watkins so underrated? First of all, I think the main reason why people tend to forget about Ollie Watkins is simply because of the team that he plays for. Because he's at Aston Villa, not many casual fans find themselves watching much Ollie Watkins ball, and therefore he slips into the back of the people's minds. Very rarely do Aston Villa find themselves at the forefront of TV coverage, as they are just outside the title race and don't have much to play for this season. It's a funny one with Watkins' relationship with the England squad. He often finds himself on the bench for England, and in fact, he's only made 11 appearances for England, with most of those appearances being cameos off the bench and also in nothing matches. He's mainly played in friendlies for England, which is another key factor for Ollie Watkins being slept on and underrated. With fierce competition in the likes of Harry Kane, Ivan Toney and Callum Wilson, it's very hard for players like Ollie Watkins to break into the England squad. I hope after this season he'll get a lot more game time for the Three Lions when it's the Euros this summer, but I have to say I'm not too hopeful in him getting those minutes due to Gareth Southgate having a very strong opinion on players like Harry Kane. I just can't see him moving Harry Kane away for Ollie Watkins to replace him. The combination of the fact that he plays for Villa and never gets picked for England is a key factor in why Ollie Watkins is seriously underrated. This season, he is the first player to reach 31 goals and assists in the league. I don't know why he goes under the radar so much as a player. Absolutely no one is talking about him at the minute. And when you watch him play, he's just a top quality striker and is all every club wants in their team. Another point as to why Ollie Watkins is underrated is due to how out of this world Haaland's goal scoring record was last season. Since then, it's been very hard to impress football fans. The bar has been raised so high, and it's very natural to see Watkins' record as not impressive, simply because of how well Haaland did last season. But believe me, the feats of which Ollie Watkins is going to this season with all his goals and assists is a brilliant achievement, and Watkins deserves a lot more respect and credit than what he currently gets. This season, he's outscored his XG. He has an XG of 15.7 and has scored 19 goals, meaning he is a very clinical striker. Combined with the fact of not taking penalties this season, this makes it even more incredible. Villa have had a total of 5 penalties this season, so that is a potential of 24 goals already this season. But as Aston Villa already have their great penalty taker in Douglas Luiz, they don't even need Watkins to take them. It is actually quite a mystery to me as why Ollie Watkins is so underrated and always goes under everyone's radar. But hopefully, people will begin to start talking about him a lot more, and then he can get the credit he deserves for being such a brilliant striker. Thank you for watching this video on one of my favourite strikers in the league at the minute. I've been itching to make a video on Ollie Watkins all season because of how impressive he is to me. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and please let me know in the comments if you think Watkins deserves a spot in the Premier League Team of the Season ahead of Erling Haaland. Personally for me, he is such an all-round striker and definitely deserves to be part of the Team of the Season. Being 1 goal away from the league's top goal scorer and also being the top assister of the season, I just don't think anyone else can even top that. He's such an all-round great player and a great striker, and he definitely deserves more respect in football. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.